What's going on, guys? It's Cimo. So, just the other week, my sister was traveling around, and she stopped in a Goodwill and happened to stumble upon a couple of these tins. Now, for those of you who don't know what a Goodwill is, it's kind of like a thrift store, but these were each at the Goodwill for $4. And if you guys can hear, they're pretty packed. So she texted me, she's like, do you want these? And I said, you know what, fuck it, let's just go ahead and have some fun. So I spent $8 on these tins. We're gonna rip them open today, have a little bit of fun, and see just what's in these tins. I think what's cool is, you know, this could be anywhere from bulk commons to someone's collection, and it might be just cool to see what we can unearth. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. We're gonna start off with, let's go with the Shooting Star Dragon tin. I think that one will be a little bit of a better starting point. I like the blue on that tin. Man, they had these things like so taped up. They really did not want people getting in these, because this is like packing tape, like double reinforced packing tape. Like, I knew I was gonna need scissors for this, but like, man, this is a bit extreme. There we go, I think we got it. Maybe, there we go, all right. So, oh man, that's like military grade packing tape. But we got it, so let's see, what do we got? Oh, it looks like a lot. I mean, this could just be a bunch of commons, but like these cards look so old. I don't know if you guys can see the color on the camera, but like these just look ancient. Like these look like they've been used a lot. So I guess we're just gonna take a handful and see what we got in here. All right, looks like, what is this? Power of the Duelist, it looks like. Man, you can see the edge wear on these. Like, these have been loved for sure. That's definitely true. But, oh man, yeah, it definitely looks like a bunch of commons, though. I mean, nothing too spectacular. There might be some commons in here that are worth maybe like $1 or $2, but it's kind of fun seeing these really old cards. Some of these are like stuff out of like starter decks, like way back in the day. Like, this is like this is out of starter deck Kaiba. Like, there's Pharaoh's Servant stuff in here, but there's like such a variety of different cards in these tins. It's not like it's definitely old, like I can say that. Nothing in here, like this is Shadow of Infinity, so we haven't really hit anything like too crazy. I think there's something sleeved in here. I guess we'll save this for later. But yeah, it's like, there's such a nice variety of old stuff. Gemini Elf, I mean, back when that card used to be really good. It's crazy. This is like, you know, this is probably some collection that was, you know, maybe a couple of kids, you know, this is the cards that they had to play with, and so they just got a lot of use out of them playing with all these different cards, and it's really cool to see that. Should I see Rivalry of Warlords in there, though? I mean, that's like, you know, that's like a $4 common right now, so I mean, if anything, that's definitely a hit. I might have skipped over a couple other commons that might be worth something, so if I did, you know, be sure to let me know down in the comments, but I know for a fact that Rivalry is at least worth a good amount at the moment. The condition on it is not too bad either. Man. Oh, there we go. So there's actually the first rare. We have an Elemental Hero Bubble Man that has, looks like some initials on it. I don't know if that's like the name of the person who owned the card, JG, but I think that's pretty cool. I mean, it's just like, it's cool to see that kind of in here, that was like part of someone's collection. Yeah, just like, this is like such a throwback. It's crazy. We got a lot to go through though, so I'm gonna try to speed it up just a little bit. White Magical Hat used to be one of my favorite cards back in, what is it, Hand Control? Like, one of the first decks I ever played when, like, Hand Control is actually, like, a cool concept. Man, some of these cards are just, like, throwing back. Like, Old Vindictive Magician, Sangan, like, Pre-Errata. Oh, man. Secret Barrel, like, for all you Chainburn players out there. Man, this is a trip. It's crazy, and you can see, like, these aren't even, like, the reprints either. These are, like, the original versions of these cards. Like, they smell like old cards. Like, you just know these are, like, the old versions. I think that's weird. That Thousand Dragon, for some reason, doesn't look right to me. It looks like it was, like, sun-bleached or something. Just doesn't look right. I'm really curious to know what that sealed card is here. I'm curious if it's, like, a holo or something. Let's see. What do we got? We're still in, like, Pharaoh's Servant, Metal Raiders, you know, Just Desserts. This is crazy. Pole Position, one of the most controversial cards. Jujutsu Master, that used to be one of the best cards back in the day, if you guys can believe that. Man, this is like nostalgia lane. This is crazy. Oh man, Slate Warrior? Do you guys remember Slate Warrior? Oh my god. Magical Merchant for goats. You could probably build like almost a goat deck with some of the cards in here. There's like a lot of just like really random things. There's a Blackwing in here, like so we're going up to like Ancient Prophecy randomly. Tsukiyomi? I'm like, I wasn't kidding about the goat deck thing. That might actually be possible. Oh man, what else do we got in here? Command Knight for Warrior Toolbox days. Oh man. It's so cool. Breaker, my favorite card. Hey, there we go. Gearfried the Swordmaster out of the Structure deck. Jar of Greed. Another Just Desserts. Yeah, this is just like, it's crazy. I don't know, I feel like all these cards, like, to us, for some reason, they'll just, oh, a Rescue Cat, that's so cool! That's actually worth a pretty good amount now, too. But, yeah, it's just weird, because, like, all these cards, even though they might be just commons, they have, like, some significance to us in some way or another, a nice collection of crossouts there. But just some of these most random cards actually have meaning to us for some reason or another. Maybe it just invokes some sort of, you know, story with friends or something like that. I don't know, but sometimes it is. So let's see what this card in the sleeve is here. It looks like a little bit of a penny sleeve, and it's just a Deep Sea Warrior. But it's kind of interesting because, like, maybe this was that person's favorite card who owned this collection, and they wanted to have it in a sleeve because this is probably the best condition card out of everything I've seen. And so, you know, maybe it had a special meaning to the person who used to own this. I think it's just kind of cool to see that. All right, so that's it for the first box. Let's go ahead and crack open the second. I'm going to get all of these cards out of the way because that is a big stack. All right, we have to go through the military grade packing tape. This one seems to be a little bit easier to open. Maybe. I say that. All right, there we go. I think we got it. Did we? Maybe? Oh man, that's like really on there. Okay, so is this gonna be a repeat of the first? Ooh, I see some sleeves in this one. Okay, so there we go. Another tin that's just gonna be full of commons, it looks like, but there's some sleeves here, so we're definitely gonna save these for the end. What is this, a Memory Crush King? What is this from? Shining Darkness? So it looks like we're getting, you can just, I don't know if you guys again can pick this up on the camera, but these look a lot newer just by comparison. It looks like the condition is also better on these cards too. So maybe we're gonna see some newer stuff, maybe we're gonna see some, I don't know. I mean, realistically, like anything can happen here, and I think that's what's exciting about this. Let's get that out of the way. Oh man, we're like Absolute Power Force now. Oh, this is weird. Ooh, like Chaos Trap Hole, like that's a good common. Vanity's Call, like, so now we're getting into like Strike of Neo stuff. Forbidden Graveyard, that's a pretty decent card too. Got some of the barrier statues in here. These, you can tell that these cards are just in such nicer condition though. Like these were taken care of a lot better. Ronin Totem, got some Gen X Undines. It's kind of cool. I'm glad we started with that other tin first because that started us off with the kind of the older stuff. Overload Fusion, like, I mean, this is Cyber Phoenix. But yeah, it's cool that we started with the older stuff first and then kind of, without realizing it, moved our way onto the newer stuff. I think this is kind of cool. All right. So what do we got here? More Cold Wave. Man, I remember when that was a thing. So now we're going back to, like, we're going back and forth now between, like, old and new. Insect Knight for Demise OTK, for anyone who remembers that. Oh, man. Marauding Captain, very good card right now in Goki. Exiled Force, back for Warrior Toolbox. See, there's just all these things. Mystic Tomato. Mystic Tomato actually used to be, like, a really good card. Elephant, like, this is, like, a $3 common right now because of just its interaction with Rescue Cat. So, like, that's crazy. What else we got in here? Like, Creature Swap, Crystal Beacon, when, like, Crystal Beasts were a thing. Oh, man. I mean, they were never a thing, but you know what I mean. People were really hyped about them. Whoops, these are upside down. These ones are a little bit curved. That's okay. Again, I had zero expectations when I got this, so the fact that these cards are in this nice of condition is actually rather impressive. Oh, these are in Spanish, it looks like? Yeah, so there's like Spanish starter deck Kaiba stuff in here. That's kind of interesting. And like starter deck, I think that was Yugi too. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I wonder how they got their like hands on that, because everything else has been English thus far, so it's kind of random that there's these just random Spanish cards in there, but pretty cool. All right, Air Hummingbirds, Glow Mosses, some of the Neos cards. Are there any Aqua Dolphins in here? That'd be funny. Oh man, this is such a trip. More of the Spanish cards. Yeah, that's so funny that there's the there's just these random like Spanish cards in here. Kind of cool to know the story about that. It's like maybe they just got those Spanish starter decks just as a gift or something. Summon Limit, that's a pretty good common. Alright, now we're in like Tactical Evolution, I think? Yeah, we're kind of going over. Oh, Space Gift, that just got reprinted. So why do you have to reprint it? It's right here. Oh, man. This is crazy. I actually didn't play during this time, so some of these cards are like a little bit new for me to see, like in such frequency. Like I kind of know a few of these, like the more like competitively relevant ones, but some of them are just like, you know, first time seeing a few of them. All right, got about halfway to go. Again, more of the Spanish cards from the Yu-Gi and Kaiba starter decks. Infernity Break, back when Infernity was a thing. Got a Barrier Statue of the Abyss there. That's a pretty decent card. Some Six Sams. Oh, that means we're getting into Strike and Neos again. Forbidden Graveyards. Again, just like really solid card. I don't know if that card's actually had a reprint, but it's pretty decent for stopping, you know, any graveyard-based deck. Smashing Ground. Anyone who played back in the day knows how busted Smashing Ground is. Oh man, that card's insane. What else we got? UF Thestalos, one of my favorite monarchs back when hand destruction again was a thing. Got Psychic Commander. Oh man, that was we're getting back to some of the horrific flashbacks there. Royal Magical Library in Spanish from the starter. I think it was the Yu-Gi Evolution deck actually. Whoops, let's go up here. All right, last of the commons here, and then we're gonna get to those sleeve cards to wrap this video up. All right, what else do we got in here? Just like tons of old stuff. This is crazy. Double Summon? Like, Double Summon's a really good card. It's so funny how, like, that's one of the things I love about Yu-Gi-Oh! So much, though, is that, like, these really old cards will actually just become relevant just out of nowhere, just depending on how a specific format shapes up, and I think that's so cool. All right, so we're gonna wrap it up with these sleeved cards here. Oh, there's one that's not sleeved. Oh, it's a token. It's I have no idea what that's for. I think it's for an Arcana Force card, but that's pretty cool. All right, so let's see what these sleeved cards are. Maybe there's something pretty cool in here. So we're gonna flip it like this. We have a Meteor Flare. I've actually never seen this card in my life. We've got a Firefox. Looks like they're upside down. We've got a Darkfire Soldier, a Solar Flare Dragon. So it looks like this person loved fire-themed things, it would appear. Trap Jammer, Dark Room of Nightmare, again going along with the burn theme. Strike Slash, Blazing Empachi, Barrier Statue of the Inferno, Dust Tornado, Call the Haunted, and Molten Destruction. So, guys, that's going to go ahead and wrap up the video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this little nostalgia trip we just took. You know, it's kind of fun to just do this every once in a while. You know, it's only $8, so what the hell. But it was kind of cool to kind of just see the history that someone had with this game and the cards that they saw were important, or kind of what cards they really identified with. So, really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to like the video as always. Subscribe to the channel for more amazing Yu-Gi-Oh! Content. And if you found this video entertaining and want to see more like it, consider backing me on Patreon or becoming a YouTube channel member. Because just by pledging any amount, you're investing in my ability to continue bringing you amazing Yu-Gi-Oh! Content. So thanks so much again, and we'll see you next time.